Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Brian. I want to introduce you to the BioLite FirePit. This is a new product that BioLite just launched, and I just got this in the mail, so what this review is about is just a out-of-the-box review. So we'll go over the instruction manual, how it was assembled, which was basically just the turning of 4 screws, and then the functionality of it, and then some do's and don'ts of the fire pit according to the instruction manual. And then if you want to check out the field review, my friends Elsa, Rhae, and Barron have a video on their channel, which that link is located down in the description of this video. So what I'll do is I'll grab the camera and then we'll just do like a walk around. I can show you how this works and how it's put together, and we'll go from there. Okay, out of the box, my first impression of the BioLite FirePit is that it's extremely well constructed and well engineered. There's very little assembly that's required. You basically just need to screw in 4 screws to attach that handle and this handle up here. And then when you want to attach the battery, just take this off real quick. You've got these hooks on the lower side and then a hook up here, and you just take the battery pack, place it on the hooks on either side, and snap it into place and you're good to go. Okay, the battery itself, I think it's a 10,400 mAh battery as far as the size is concerned. And what this does is twofold. Number one, it's a charging station. And then number two, it's a power source to fuel the air that gets funneled through here, which creates the smokeless flame. That's one thing I really like about the BioLite products, is that you can have a fire going, and with the air induction caused by the fans that they have on both their camp stove and then now this fire pit, you don't have a smokeless or a smoke-filled flame. Like, it's great to hang out and like have the flame, but you just don't have any smoke. So I really think that that's great, and plus too, that cuts down on pollution in the environment, which is key. But back to the out-of-the-box impression here. Like I said, it looks really solid, and there's the USB charging port right here. So if you want to use the battery bank to charge things up, you've got that. The way you want to charge up the actual battery bank here, it's not charged from the fire like the camp stove is. Okay, this is charged independently of that. And so you want to charge it before you go ahead and use it. It does come with half a charge, which is great. But if you want to go ahead and charge it all the way full, you just use a connector. I think it's like the same as like a phone connector or anything like that as far as powering something up. Plug it into the wall or a USB port and just let it charge all the way up. Now it does have 4 indicating lights that show if it's low, medium, or high, all the way full as far as the battery is concerned. And then same with the fan settings. I believe there's 3 fan settings here, so let's go ahead and turn this on and we'll see. So there's 1, 2, 3. No, there's 4. Yeah, that's great. And the 4th setting, let's listen to this here. It's like a tornado going. So that's pretty cool. I love technology like this. So on the inside here, let me pull this out, the cooking grate, and I'll show you what's going on. What's happening is the airflow is coming through these holes, and what this does is it creates an environment to where when you have a flame in here and you're burning materials, and keep in mind you only want to use wood or charcoal in here, but when you're burning those materials, you're not going to have any smoke come out of here, because what that flame does is it kind of supercharges the fire. Now if you want to do, let's say, let me turn this off. Now if you want to have just like a relaxing campfire, on your deck or in your yard or whatever, you want to turn that on low or medium. You don't want to turn it on high. If you turn it on high for the fan speed, then what you're going to get is the hottest flame, but not necessarily the biggest flame. So just keep that in mind, just for the varying circumstances for the mood that you want to create. As far as cooking goes, you've got this grate, which is removable. And keep in mind, it does get extremely hot if you put it on here. So it just simply goes in. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I'm not exactly super talented with this, but let me get it in there. Okay, so you put that on. And then for your charcoal, you want to have the setting to where the grate here that holds it is up about halfway. And so there are these hooks up here for hanging that grate. If you're going to use wood, just drop it all the way down. Okay, so just keep that in mind for the charcoal. And then same thing, you can use the fan speed to to get it warmer or increase the intensity of the heat for cooking, and go from there. So, oh, I wanted to show you also, there's a deal on the bottom. There's like a little hatch. This hatch, oops, sorry about the finger there. This hatch slides in and out, and this is the way that you can dump the contents if you have ash left over or charcoal left over. You can dump that out and you're good to go. Keep in mind, you don't ever want to dump hot live coals. You can burn yourself, you can start a fire outside. So always make sure it cools down, and then once the coals are all the way out, you're looking at about a 5 to 10 minute time for the BioLite FirePit to be perfectly cool as well. Okay, you have the option of getting a carrying case. And I'd recommend going ahead and picking it up. It's convenient for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's waterproof, so you can put this over your BioLite FirePit and not worry about moisture getting in if it happens to rain outside. Number two, the straps go all the way around the fire pit itself, and then it has like duffel bag handles to let you transport it wherever you want with ease. And then number three, and the best feature in my opinion, is the fact that it has this built-in solar panel. So this solar panel, if we flip it on the other side here, you'll notice that there's a cord that extends from it, which has a USB jack, and then there's another cord that's provided, and this is the one that you use to charge your battery with. So you just plug your USB in there, plug this into your fire pit battery, and go ahead and utilize the sun to harvest the energy to power that up. Now, even though that's a waterproof bag, I would recommend that you store your fire pit in a dry environment, because you have to consider this. When you have metal and moisture and heat, chances are you're going to get rust. And if you want to maintain your fire pit and keep it looking good, then I'd recommend just keeping it dry, and if you do that, you'll be set. So, although it's great to have a waterproof bag, I would recommend just bringing it inside if it starts to rain a bunch outdoors, and that way you don't have to worry about it rusting up on you. So what we'll do now is we'll go over a few of the do's and don'ts with the instruction manual, and then we'll be good to go. And like I said, if you want to check out a field review, check out my friends Elsa, Rhae, and Barron Link's video at the link below. Alright, so lastly I want to let you know that BioLite put together 2 websites for you. One has to do with how to get your fire pit up and running, some helpful notes on assembly, 10 tips for a better burn, and goes over pretty much all the information that is in the instruction manual. So there's that website, which is very thorough, explains things in full, talks about how you can get your fire built in the most effective way and make sure it stays lit, so that way you're not constantly fiddling with the fire and doing those things. And then some other tips and tricks on care and things of that nature. So there's that portion of a website that BioLite has, or a page on their website that they have. And they have another page which actually is kind of like their marketing page, and they go through all of the features of the BioLite and just show, kind of the BioLite in action and what it can do. So both of these website links will be listed below underneath the link for Elsa, Rhae, and Barron Link's field review for the fire pit. And if you want to come back and check out some information online about the fire pit, then definitely access those 2 websites below. One other thing I did want to say, which I think is extremely cool, is, other than the fact that you have dual fuel capability of having wood or charcoal on there for either cooking or just a nice fire at camp, you also have this great app that you can use with your phone. And it's whether it's an Android or an iOS, you have a Bluetooth option to be able to control your flame, so you don't have to reach down and touch your fire or the control panel on the fire. If you want, you can just control everything from your phone. So definitely check out this product. I think it's awesome. It seemed to work really well as far as the reviews that I've seen out in the field, and the out-of-the-box review that I've had. My impression of it was solid. So give it a shot. If you're interested in purchasing it, there's a link in the description of the video below. And thank you for watching.